Hi, everyone, and welcome to Costco World. I'm your host, Randy Altig, and I'm here with my co-host, Jane Shucklin, who is also my producer, and we have produced an incredible show for you today. Why don't you tell them a little bit about what we're doing, Jane?
You know, we have Orgain with us, and what I love about Orgain, Randy, is it's committed to good, clean nutrition without sacrificing taste. And you know, if it's healthy, you think it doesn't taste good. Well, wrong. This tastes great, and it's great.
And we've developed some great tasting recipes. So you ready to get started?
We do. We've got 5 of them today, don't we, Randy?
We do. And this is really something, I think, on this show today. We're going to show you how you can get a lot of protein and nutrients and vitamins kind of hidden within different smoothies and drinks, and even some really great, at the end here, some great things that you can actually chew up that are wonderful. So we're first going to start here with something that, well, Jane, most mornings,
Yes.
Can I just say, I would go somewhere and get this latte. I don't have to do it anymore because the latte we have developed for you here, it also has protein in it to get your day started great and to give you that boost to get started.
It's got 21 grams of plant protein.
It does.
In every serving. But,
Right.
Randy, are you using a full serving for this?
You know, I'm not. I'm actually just using a half a serving. So 2 cupfuls is a serving. I'm just using 1 cupful for a serving. So you're getting about 10 grams.
But you can use more if you want.
Absolutely. Depending on what your dietary needs are, or kind of what you're doing with your protein, you can decide how much you want to put in.
You know what? I'm liking the price of this latte if I just go to your kitchen.
There you go. Come on over. You're invited anytime. You're in my kitchen.
So, Randy's working on the iced protein vanilla latte.
We're going to put in some of our instant coffee, and then we're going to put in what I like to do. You can put regular sugar in on this if you want to, but I don't want to do that because we're talking about health. We're talking about balancing and maintaining a glycemic index that's not spiking on you. So what I like to do is I like to use a low-calorie or no-calorie sweetener. In this case, Costco has a monk fruit sweetener that I love to use. It just doesn't give a bitter aftertaste, and it's really good. So I like to use that.
I was wondering what that was, so I'm glad you said it.
And then I'm going to put in a cup of my almond milk, which is wonderful. And Costco also carries the silk almond milk, and you can get it in like 2 containers.
I love almond milk, it's great.
Makes it really nice. And then I'm going to put in my 2 scoops.
Or 1 scoop for this, or what do you do?
1 scoop. Yeah, we can do 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
I'm always used to like bumping my protein up a little bit.
I like that.
My profile. And then I'm going to put ice just here in my cup. I'm going to move this over so you can see that when I pour that. I love these NutriBullets. I get these at Costco.
I think NutriBullet is just a very versatile piece of equipment to have. I use it every morning with my smoothies.
Put it in like that. And these make servings, which makes it really nice. Turn that on. This is so good.
You know what I love about this latte, Randy, and what I love about that protein powder is it's got 1 billion probiotics in every serving. How do you get 1 billion probiotics in a container like that? They figured it out.
Well, and you think about that, Jane. You're getting 1 billion in this glass. You don't even have to worry about it. Isn't that beautiful?
No, you don't.
There
That
it
is
right
beautiful.
there.
Are you going to let me taste that later?
I'm going to let you taste it right now.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
There we go. So something like this to start your morning off with, putting your probiotics right into a drink. It can be a smoothie like we're going to show you here in a minute.
Oh, it's really yummy.
Isn't
it's like really yummy.
No, she's not going to give it back.
I'll give it back.
Isn't that wonderful?
I have to tell you, that's delicious.
Yeah.
Healthy and delicious, clean. It feels clean.
Right, and a lot of people, you know, if you start your morning out and you're eating carbohydrate, or you say you're having a donut, or you're having something like that that's spiking your glycemic index, it's not something that you want to do. You want to try to get in your protein, and you want to try to get in your probiotics to start your morning off to have a really great day and to be successful on any diet plan that you might be starting.
I would have multiple of that, to
right?
be
Throughout
honest
the day.
with you, throughout the day. Because I love my coffee.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it, right?
So I want to talk to you about kids.
You do?
Yeah, I want to talk to you about kids. Not that we're going to have kids. But
Well, I already have a kid. I don't know if I need any more right now.
No, but what I want to talk to you about, so many parents out there, they'll say, you know, it's really difficult to get all of the nutrients and the vitamins and the mineral, everything into something that kids will actually eat. And we have a way with this drink I'm going to show you to get them everything that they need.
Well, so show us. The Kid Shake, the malted peanut butter protein smoothie. That is going to bring out the kid in me, I can tell you that.
So the malted peanut butter, it's like a peanut butter cup. So what we're doing is we're taking the Orgain protein, kids protein, we're putting that in, again, into our NutriBullet.
You know
And
what?
this has a great flavor profile on its own.
It does. I was just going to say, it looks like chocolate milk, but you know what's nice about that? It's got 60% less sugar than chocolate milk.
Right.
So you give that to your kid, they're not bouncing off the ceiling, and
So I put a little bit of malted in this.
Okay.
Remember the kid in us? We used to have those malts.
yeah, those
The
that you go
shakes
to
and
the,
the malt.
yeah, go to
That's
the
right.
sweet shop
So you
for.
can get we put in a little bit of powdered malted. Now I don't want any of you at home to have to worry about writing these recipes down. You can go on quick and easy on the Costco website. You can also go to randyaltig.live, and all the recipes are there for
And
you.
Orgain.com will also have them.
That's right. Now we also have a peanut butter powder, and I put in a tablespoon of that. And what that is basically is just a reduced calorie peanut butter. But if any of you have any peanut allergies or anything like that, you can of course take it out. But that's what creates this flavor profile for our peanut butter cup. And then we're going to put in our banana, and I put in a cup of ice.
You know, before you start your NutriBullet again, Randy, do you know, I know you do, that there's 25 vitamins and minerals in each shake, which is amazing. You would never be able to get that kind of vitamin profile into your kid during
No,
the day. At
no.
least you wouldn't on mine.
No.
I mean, he would not eat anything that was healthy.
Right?
Yeah, he just
And so
wouldn't.
this is a way to do it, and kids will love it, and they'll be asking for more. So let's go ahead. We're going to put that in here. We're going to hold that. Now, the other reason I love the NutriBullet is it's all right in your glass. You don't even have to have another glass for it.
You take the lid off and you do it. But you know what else is nice about this, talking about protein? There are 8 grams of organic grass-fed protein in each shake.
Right.
So, you know what? If you get tired of hearing your kids screaming, Mom, maybe they'll start mooing.
Like, Mom,
I like it. So much nicer.
taste this. If this
Okay.
doesn't bring the kid out in you. And this is a way to get all of the vitamins, minerals.
This is delicious.
In the morning in a wonderful smoothie drink. And of course, make it your own. However, you want to do it, whatever you want to put in, just feel free to make it your own.
To me,
Isn't
that's
that great?
feeling as good as that latte. I don't know which I want to have now.
I know. Speaking of that, I think this is a really good time, Jane, that we bring about this video that we had, that was that 1-minute video on the founder of this company.
Yes,
Dr. Abraham.
Andrew Abraham, who has just a fabulous journey as to why he created Orgain. So we've got a 1-minute video. Let's roll it.
Let's go ahead and roll that.
The biopsy results came back and it's rhabdomyosarcoma. That sentence changed every single aspect of my life. So it got to the point where I got down to 100 pounds. And my doctor said, if it's not the cancer, it's going to be this malnutrition. I started reading books all about nutrition and wellness and organic.
And he said, okay, we're going to buy real ingredients, real organic, and I will start to blend it at home.
It wasn't like a 2-ingredient smoothie. We were adding 15, 16 things to it. And my doctor was telling me, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. I took a big leap of faith with Orgain because I believed in it. We wanted to make sure that everything was food-based and organic and clean. We're setting a standard that this is what nutrition should be, and we're always pushing ourselves to raise that standard.
Is Dr. Andrew's story just really amazing and inspiring? And if you would like to see more of his story, you can go on Orgain.com, and there's a 3.5-minute video which gives you a lot more information, and you get to meet his mother.
And
We all
I was
love our mother.
we do, right? I have a
Yeah.
great mom, and she's actually the person that got me started on kind of this nutritional path and understanding the importance of protein and vitamins from a very young age. And it really, I don't know, I think it's life-changing. And when I was watching the video that you just saw, and I saw all the ingredients that he was putting into that blender, I thought, I have to create a smoothie for us, Jane, today that is going to give us some of that same.
Well, I'm glad you did, because
Yeah.
you did create the Very Berry Power Smoothie.
I
and
did.
He's going to show you that now.
So we're going to put in 2 scoops. So we get our 21 grams of protein in this. 2 scoops of the Orgain Superfoods. And then, Jane, why don't you come over here and help me with this? Go ahead and put in the milk.
Okay.
That's our almond milk.
This is our almond milk.
And then we're going to put a tangerine in there.
Okay.
Our citrus in there. And then go ahead and put in our 2 stalks of celery.
Okay.
To give us some fiber.
I like that.
There you go. And then I would like you to go ahead and put our berries in.
Oh, look at those.
Now, these frozen berries that
gorgeous.
come from Costco, the Kirkland Signature berries, these are great because They give you all the antioxidants. They're a great frozen berry, so that depending on how smooth, what kind of texture you want, if you want it creamier, rather than adding ice cubes, you just add more.
I like it. It's immediately cold.
Just add more berries. And then go ahead and put a little peanut butter in there for me, on the powdered peanut butter.
So, Randy, that could also be eliminated, right?
It can. If somebody has a peanut allergy, again.
Ready?
And then I put in a cup of water. And the other thing that I found at Costco that I really, really like is this antioxidant water. I like to use this in place of it. It comes in several different flavor profiles. You can pick the one you want. I love coconut, and I know you do, too. So I used coconut in that. And then let's talk about the fiber.
Let's talk about the fiber, because that's really important. But before we even do that, all of these products are certified organic. And that is so important for people that are trying to eat better and are already organic or are trying to go organic.
That's right.
So the fiber, you wanted to talk the fiber.
Yes.
There are 5 grams of organic fiber in a serving.
Turn this on here. We're not going.
There we go. There we go. So
beautiful.
Beautiful. Look how gorgeous that is. The color is magnificent.
Okay. And Jane, why don't we talk about location?
Okay.
People from different locations that might be watching us today.
Okay.
Can we give them a shout out, maybe?
We can do that, as we do with every show. If you tell us where you're from and your name, one lucky person is going to get a shout out. Now, also, if you have questions, go ahead and try to write those in. We have Scott, who is our floor producer, and he's kind of monitoring that. And again, remember, you can always send in to quickandeasy@costco.com.
That's right. I'm going to offer you this. Now, before you take a sip of that, I came up with this idea. I have people that come over to the house, whether it's kids, my nieces, my nephews, just people I'm having over maybe for dinner. And you ever, I'm sure all of you can relate to this, people get so hungry and they're famished by the time they're coming to your house because they know they're going to eat well, but dinner's not ready. What do? Well, you pull out maybe crackers or nuts or cheese or chips or who knows what else that maybe not be completely healthy. I say we serve them. This is the new mocktail, a protein smoothie drink in a little cordial glass, a little limoncello cup. Cheers.
I like it.
Let's taste it.
Oh, this is fabulous.
Right?
This is fabulous. And how cool will you be if you walk around with a tray and you kind of do this? People are going to think you're giving them Jell-O shots and you're really giving them protein shots.
Right? Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's great.
And here's what I also like to do with this is Costco has this fiber that you can add depending on how much fiber, because fiber is kind of a buzzword right now. People are talking about getting more fiber in your diet, and most of us really aren't. And that really has a lot to do with your health in your gut and all of that, and how all of that works when you're putting a good nutrition program together. So I like to fortify everything that I can with more fiber and put more in. That's an easy way to do that.
I think what a fun way to get started in your day or in your party.
That's
I mean,
right.
It really is
Isn't
a
it?
great way, yes.
So let's move on to our next recipe here. Our next recipe, I'm excited about this one because has more carbohydrate in it, but it really is about energy for this. So it's got protein in it, but this is more for, I would say, Jane, like for joggers or bikers or hikers, people that need to have kind of an energy boost that's quick. It hits into their system, gives them a little bit of spike of energy. And so this roll that we're making here, it's called a Nutty Cranberry Vanilla Bite.
Right.
Because you take the roll and you chop it up into 30 bites.
I like it. And this is recipe number 4. So for those of you that are just tuning in now, we've already done 3 recipes, and you can get those recipes up on quickandeasy.com or randyaltig.live or again, Orgain.com.
That's right. And I just want to show all of our viewers out there, I found this and I love it, and I always like to share great little secrets and inspirations in the kitchen. This is a nutrition fact scale. So like this recipe, it's in ounces, and sometimes people don't, well, how many cups is that? How many tablespoons is that? This actually will translate that into cups and tablespoons.
I like it. It's cheat sheet. Really,
I'm telling you, it's wonderful.
And
it makes
accurate.
it really, really
if
easy.
you're counting your calories, right?
That's
an
right.
accurate way to do it.
It really is. So I'm going to go ahead and have you help me with this recipe.
Okay.
We're going to get started on the cranberry vanilla bites. Go ahead and put in my sliced almonds.
Okay. Almonds.
There we go. And we're going to put in our cashews.
Okay, cashews.
4 ounces of those. And then just to add a little bit of sweetener. Now again, this isn't a refined carbohydrate. This is natural coming from dates. We're going to go ahead and add some.
Well, dates are good because dates
4 ounces
also
of
have
dates.
they have a lot of fiber.
Here you go.
Hold on, I can.
Right here.
Can I do that? Okay.
Yep.
Dates have a lot of fiber in them.
They have a lot of fiber in them. And the other thing I like about dates is you don't have to use that many of them to really bring up the sweetness in the recipe. We're also going to add some dried cranberries.
Okay, so let's see. There we go.
And then to kind of pull it all together, I like to throw in a little bit of coconut,
Love
which I know you
coconut,
love.
Which we know.
Put in a pinch of salt for me.
Okay, I can do that.
And then I want a half a teaspoon of vanilla there.
Okay.
And then two scoops
Okay.
of our Orgain. You have your scooper
I
there?
don't have my scooper there.
Okay,
so
let,
can you?
let me grab the scoop.
It's the same scooper for right there.
The scooper,
Right there,
that's right,
yeah.
same one. Here we go.
Same one.
So go ahead and,
2 heaping?
there you go. Why not? Hey, heaping, you get more.
That's right.
we like more.
We like more.
Okay,
In some cases, more isn't better, but in this case, more is better.
more is more. Okay, here we go. So we put that in our Cuisinart like that, lock it in. There we go. Now, depending on where you live, it'll have a lot to do with the humidity and how much water you're going to put in. We like to start here with this recipe with about 2 tablespoons. That depends on where you are, what your altitude is, how humid it is, how much you're going to have to put in. So it could end up being anywhere from 2 tablespoons to 6 tablespoons of water to pull it together and to
Okay.
bind it, okay?
Well, what I like about this product, A, it's smooth and creamy on its own as a shake,
Right.
or in a smoothie, or in a treat like that.
That's right.
It's just
so
got
what
a
you
good
do is
texture
you
and
take this
taste.
right out of your Cuisinart. I put it into a plastic bag like this, and I turn it into a roll. It makes it really easy. It makes it really, really clean. It's an easy way to do it. And you just roll it out and you press it down into a log.
I like less cleanup. That's great for me.
I'm telling you,
really,
you put it in a
easy.
bag, it makes it so much easier. So you're going to put that out into a long log like that. You're going to cut it's about 1/4 to 1/2 inch pieces, which will give us 30 bites. Now these bites you can just put in a plastic bag, you can put it in an airtight container, take them on your bike ride with you, take them on your hike with you.
You know, when we made those, I have them really now in a little bag, and I keep them with me at work. Because when I get hungry
Right.
during the day and I just need that boost, that's that boost, and I take 5 of them. And I
Right.
just
And you're
pop
not
them during
grabbing the
day.
wrong thing that's gonna
That's
break your
right,
diet,
That's right.
right?
No chips, no.
That's right.
None of that
Things
stuff.
aren't good for you.
Yeah.
You know, Jane, one of the things that I've been reading up on a lot is immunity. And with everything going on, so many people, right, are
They're
talking
all-
about immunity.
They're all worried about it. We're all worried about it.
Right.
But we always are.
Always are. But some people don't really know how to get their immunity up. And when they told us about this product and what could we do with it, I wanted to develop a recipe not only to help you build up your immunity, something you could eat any time of day, even though it is called overnight oats, but I created this overnight oat recipe to help us to get our immunity up and to have something that actually tasted really good with the profile that they have, which is an apple crisp.
Oh, I like that. But you know, I love the way they titled this, Immunity Up. So positive, right?
Yeah.
Up, not down. Up.
Right, right.
Great.
So we're going to get started on this here real quick. We're going to put in 3/4 cups of our oats. And go ahead and help me here, Jane.
Okay.
We're going to put in our sweetener. Again, I want low glycemic. I'm using
Okay.
the monk fruit again. You can
Okay.
use a stevia plant if you want to. I like to use as much as I can that's natural. That's really important. We're going to put in 1/8 teaspoon of our cinnamon. Go ahead and put in our pecans there. That's 2 tablespoons. We're the same amount, 2 tablespoons of raisins.
Okay.
And then I have the chia seeds.
Randy,
What?
chia seeds.
What?
You know, are these the same chia seeds for like Chia Pet? Because your hair is getting so big. Are you sprinkling those things around?
I am not your pet.
Okay, you're not my Chia Pet.
I'm
I
your
get it.
friend. No,
You're
I'm
my-
sorry. No, don't touch my hair. But no, this is from protein.
Well, your hair looks really great. So
Thank you.
But speaking of chia, do you
Yeah.
know that in Mayan what that means?
I think it means like strength or something,
It
doesn't it?
does. Strong hair.
Strong. There
Strong
you go.
hair.
All right, so let's go ahead and we'll put our chia seeds in. And while I'm mixing this up, Jane, I'm going to put in my
Our immunity up.
immunity up. Just 1 scoop there.
You know what's great about that? There are 50 organic superfoods in there, including your fruits, your veggies, your ancient grains, and your sprouts.
Right.
And you know why it supports your immunity so well? I'm going to tell you. Because it's got vitamin C, D, and zinc.
And zinc, and
And
that's
zinc.
so important.
Zinc's important.
So many people don't get enough of those vitamins.
No, they
and
don't.
again, if you can have them just put into what you're eating to fortify it, It just makes life so much easier.
Don't forget your billion probiotics in that
Right?
small little thing.
And I always think of a billion like $1 billion, but this is, you know.
No, it's you're getting $1 billion. You're just getting it in probiotics
That's
and
right.
health, okay?
And
That's where you're getting
you can't buy health.
No, you cannot buy health.
That's it.
But you know what I like? For me, apple cider vinegar, I don't know about you guys out there, but that is the big buzz right now.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but I'm not going to drink it out of my salad dressing bottle. I'm just
No.
not going to do that. It's in there.
That's
It is
right.
in there, which I think is amazing, with organic lemon.
Right?
And it's got a super mushroom blend.
So what the mushroom, is that for, was that stress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will
That's good for
help
me.
relieve stress. That's what it's good for. It's great for stress, and it's one of the immunity-building things that are in there.
Wonderful.
I don't know about you guys, but I would never be able to get my kid to eat mushrooms. But this is a way you can do it.
And here it is.
And
And
here it
speaking of
is.
here it is, I just put in a cup of almond milk into this. Now I like to use these wide mouth mason jars because it makes it so easy to get your spoon down in them, because you're going to take these. You can just use a regular mason jar if you like that too. I say triple, quadruple this recipe, put them in your refrigerator. They need to be in there for a minimum of 8 hours, but we call them overnight oats. So, you know, they're ready for you in the morning. I do cheat. I'm making these at noon, so they're ready by 8 o'clock at night. So when I'm hungry at 10 to 11 o'clock at night, I go to the refrigerator. I know, but...
And you're eating them?
But I'm getting my nutrients.
Well, you know, one night at 11, not later than 11, you can call me and
Okay.
say, Jane, get out your oatmeal.
Okay.
I'm eating mine.
Okay,
and
I will.
We'll eat them together.
So we're going to put this in the refrigerator, and then depending, if at least 8 hours, we're going to take that out, and then we're going to put in our apples. And we're going to just quarter up about a half of an apple, and you can stir that up in there, or you can just leave it on top, and then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon, and this is what it ends up
That's
looking
the
like,
result,
which is
huh?
beautiful.
It is beautiful
And you can eat
healthy.
these any time of day. Isn't that beautiful?
It's gorgeous. Are you going to let me taste that too?
I would like you to taste that. You
Okay,
tell me
well.
what you think.
Well, I love oatmeal. You
me to
know
have a
that.
bite
And
of
I love
this.
apples. And
Okay.
I love Orgain.
So
let's see.
You're getting all the nutrients. Right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't this feel like a guilty pleasure?
It really does. It feels like
know.
it feels like a snack.
I know.
You know how sometimes in the day you just want to eat cereal out of a box? Mm-hmm. Eat cereal out of your jar.
That's right.
Overnight oat cereal. It's great.
But this really helps us to understand that getting good health and getting good nutrition, it's not something that has to be bad. It doesn't have to be something you don't look forward to. It can be something that you put into your everyday living, into your recipes, and get everything that you need. Like, Dr. Abraham was telling us about.
Speaking of Dr.
Well,
Abraham.
he's here
yes,
with us
he's
today,
here.
that's right.
So we have a pre-recorded Q&A with Dr. Andrew, and he is going to answer a lot of the questions that came in about how to get good nutrition into your life. So
He was with us earlier today.
He was with us earlier today,
Yeah.
so let's roll that. So welcome, Dr. Andrew. And today we have Dr. Andrew Abraham with us, founder of Orgain, and he is going to tell us why putting a lot of protein and fiber and probiotics into your system is great. And thank you, Dr. Andrew, for sharing that very inspiring video with us. And if you would like to see more about Dr. Andrew's story, you can go on Orgain.com and you'll have the full 3.5-minute interview there. So Dr. Andrew, let's get started. We have 6 questions that came in from our viewers and our fans, and they want to know more about your product and why they should do certain things. So really, how much protein do you need to put into your diet?
So that's a great question, Jane. I mean, I think maybe first to start, we all know there's 3 macronutrients in fat, carbohydrates, and protein. And protein is an essential macronutrient, and really every cell in the body contains and needs protein. So from the aspect of how much protein do we need, we all need protein. It's just a matter of kind of your activity level, what you're looking to do and so forth. But for me personally, I like to consume somewhere between 0.5 gram to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So at the very least, I'd say 0.5 gram per pound of body weight. So I, for example, 170 pounds or so. So I like to get in at least 100 grams of protein a day.
So tell me then, what time of day is best to incorporate that protein?
So protein's important to have throughout the day. But for me personally, the best time for me to start the day is with protein, right? So I start with a breakfast smoothie in the morning. I use our organic protein and superfoods vanilla powder at the base. And I always mix it up, and it has plant protein, organic fiber, organic superfoods, key antioxidants, and has 1 billion probiotics for gut health. So if you start your day with a donut, for example, or a sugary cereal for breakfast, your blood sugar spikes. And we don't want that because insulin is released, which is a hormone that's used to regulate our blood sugar, and that goes into overdrive. So I like to start the day with a lot of protein in my smoothie, and that really sets the tone for the rest of the day. Protein, and specifically clean protein, are really crucial to avoid excess sugars, excess carbs, and really gives you that satiety. So I think throughout the day is ideal, but starting your day right with protein is probably best.
Well, that sounds great to me. So if I'm working out, is it better before I work out then or after I work out? Or if I'm doing it throughout the day, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, there's been a lot of studies on this, and previous thinking was that you have to have the protein immediately after a workout. But more recent studies are showing that as long as you're having it around that window, 2 hours or so, whether before or after, you'll get the benefits, of course, of protein. So I personally just, out of habit, after a workout, I'll have my protein smoothie or a protein shake on the go. But typically, you're exactly right. As long as you're getting protein throughout the day, that's the most important thing.
We've talked about how much protein you need based on your weight, but how much do I need based on my exercise level? If I sit all day at a chair or I walk or run a marathon, what do I need to do?
Sure. I mean, if you have a very sedentary lifestyle, you're going to need less protein. Of course, if you're moving around and working out more, your body's going to require more protein and more nutrition in general. Someone that works out with weights or resistance training, of course, is going to need extra protein. So they'll be on the higher end of that spectrum. So it really depends on your lifestyle, but you can't go wrong with a 0.5 gram per pound of body weight.
Well, thank you for clearing that up. And now Randy's got some questions he wants to run by you.
Well, I think, Dr. Andrew, that this whole idea of giving these formulas that are really easy for people to follow, like 0.5 gram of protein per pound of body weight, I think it really helps people to become engaged in their own diet every day and be more proactive about getting what you need to stay healthy. And one of the questions that we pulled that I thought was really interesting is somebody wrote in and they asked, is all protein created equal? Because there's the soy protein, there's the whey protein, there's plant-based protein. Can you speak to that for us?
Sure. And I think really the key is it's nice to have a good variety. More importantly than the grams of protein is where the protein is coming from, right? So making sure that the protein source is clean, I think that's probably one of the most important things. That's why at Orgain, all of our protein powders are certified organic. That's extremely important for sure. Of course, every protein has a benefit, right? You get a complete amino acid profile with some proteins, others not so much. So it's good to have variety in your diet and switch things up. The key is to make sure that it's clean protein. Of course, now more than ever, plant protein is top of mind for everybody. So for me, I love to incorporate as much plant protein as I can into my diet, and that's why I favor plant protein personally.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for that. So I try to work out, stay on top of my diet. I've been in nutrition for, I would say, 90% of my life. I believe in it, and I am excited today about also these recipes we were able to do because they show us how we can integrate that again, talk about integrative health, which I know is your specialty, into our lifestyle every day. But people, they'll ask me even, will you build muscle mass when you are using protein powders? And I don't know if it's just quite that easy or not. Can you tell us a little bit more about how we can be successful with that, or even maintaining the muscle mass that we have?
With protein, I think there's a common misconception that protein is just used for building muscle or gaining muscle. And that's actually not true. Protein is made from 20 basic building blocks called amino acids. And these amino acids are the building blocks that help build and repair muscle, make hormones, enzymes. They're a great energy source. They're extremely important for your immune system. So it goes well beyond just building muscle. Of course, it can be used to build muscle as you're getting that protein in those amino acids. And you're doing a weight resistance program, you will build muscle because protein helps with protein synthesis and muscle building. So it's extremely important for that. One thing that people don't realize too is that muscle mass decreases 3 to 8% per decade after the age of 30. So, and it gets even higher at the age of 60. So incorporating incorporating more protein into your diet becomes extremely important with time.
The amount of protein that's needed at different stages in our life, as a child, teens, middle age, to even into seniors. Is there some way for our viewers that are watching to be able to figure out how much protein for their age group do they really need?
I mean, I would use a basic rule of thumb. In the back of your mind, always know that protein is the superhero macronutrient. It's something that everybody needs through every stage of life. And it starts with being young, and as you grow older, you'll need it as well. Again, it depends on how much you're working out, your lifestyle, but I would say you always want to incorporate protein into your diet on a regular basis. You want to get clean sources. And as I mentioned, you start to lose muscle mass as you age. And one way to counteract that is making sure that you're getting enough protein. So protein becomes increasingly important throughout your whole life. And making sure that you have a nice varied diet of protein is exceedingly important.
So Dr. Andrew, I know we said that we had 6 questions here, but we just did have another question that came in, and that's about probiotics. And I know probiotics are top of mind for people today. It's about immunity and building that immunity and getting it up. Could you speak to us a little bit about immunity and probiotics and kind of how that plays in the flora of your system and your body and digestion and why it's important?
It's an important question for sure. We're learning now more than ever how much the gut affects the rest of the body, whether it's the immune system or how your brain functions. So probiotics are one of the things that you could utilize to help improve that balance of the microflora of your gut. So probiotics, we have 1 billion probiotics in every serving. We have something that helps seed that probiotic, which is a prebiotic in our powders. So you have the prebiotic and then you have the probiotic, and they work synergistically to help improve your gut health. And as your gut health improves, you'll notice a dramatic difference in how you feel, your digestion, your regularity. And really, one thing you're not going to feel, but that's happening, is that your immune system, a vast majority of the immune system occurs in the gut. And because of these 2 highlighted ingredients, the prebiotics and the 1 billion probiotics, you're getting this wonderful benefit all in one.
Okay. Well, you are definitely a wealth of information, and we're so happy that we got time to spend with you today. And I know there's probably a lot more questions from our audience. Where would they go, or where could we direct them to get more information or to ask some questions if they might have?
Sure. Any questions, you could go to our website, Orgain.com, and ask questions there, or go to our Instagram at @drinkorgain, and feel free to ask us any questions on there as well.
Okay, great. Well, you definitely have me motivated today to go out and really reassess what I'm doing to make sure I'm getting my nutrients and my protein in every day so I can also stay healthy into my older age. So thank you so much again. And we will look forward to having you back.
Thanks so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Dr. Andrew.
Okay, bye-bye. So I hope Dr. Andrew was able to answer most of your questions today. And of course, like he said, if you have more questions, feel free to reach out to him and his team at Orgain at the website that he said. And they're more than happy to meet you and to talk to you and to answer your questions. And also, I hope that today you saw that this is really more than just protein powder. This is really changing your life with probiotics, with fiber, with the things that you really need to live a healthier lifestyle.
So please make Orgain part of your healthy lifestyle every day. I know we are. And I didn't forget the shout out, Dave from New Jersey, my neck of the woods. I'm dying to know where you're from in New Jersey. Hi, Dave.
And for more recipes?
They're going to go to Quick and Easy at Costco.com. They're going to go to
randyaltig.live.
Or don't forget, Orgain.com. We'll have them on their website.
That's right. So from our world to your home, this is Costco World.
Thank you for watching today.
We'll see you next time.